Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm currently assembling 10T controllers. Right now in this current step I'm installing this LED driver terminal, where of course we can connect our LED dimmer. In this production run I'm making 125 units, and it's quite time consuming, but still a good feeling to do work. So you get it done and you try to be as efficient as possible. And on each production run I find stuff that could be done easier. For example, at the moment I'm using these screws, and they have like a nut on the back, and it's time consuming to put this nut on there on the screw. So in the next production run I will be having the factory cut a 3mm threading into the box, so that I don't need to use the nut at the back. But that will be on the next run. I've ordered myself one of these screwdrivers, which is the one they use these in the Chinese factories when they make like 100,000 units of something. So I got one of these too. They're really good. Yeah, I already installed this button. This is the eye protect button. If you push this button, the LED grow light will dim down, so you can look at your plants without risking your eyes. I've installed those buttons before, yesterday. And the good thing is, when doing this larger quantity of things, everything gets more efficient. It takes less time to make one unit in that cases, because you prepare yourself once and then you do all these ones like on a factory production line. Actually can be fun. And on these production runs I'm faster than before, because the case, somebody made those, it was like a Chinese factory, and they're handmade because they're made from metal, and they have actually been welded by hand and then powder coated black, and then they do silk screen printing here. And manufacturing these by hand was cheaper than getting them made in plastic. And in metal these are quite heavy and they feel strong and sturdy. I kind of enjoy that. Before I started assembling these, I had to prepare these LED terminals. This is a speaker terminal used on loudspeakers, just because it's so easy to connect a cable in these. So people who use these drivers, these controllers, they can just connect the LED drivers here easily. And I have been soldering the cables on there and put a little bit of heat shrink over it so that it doesn't touch anything, the electronics. Yeah, and then it has this plug which later goes in the PCB. And of course the end result will be these controllers. I have one here. Yep, this is what I'm manufacturing. Okay, so one batch is done. I show you. These are the ones I just did, and now I have to move them somewhere else to make space for the next batch. And I'm probably moving them over there. There's a little shelf there. You can't see that. And you can only ever carry 4 at a time. Gotta be really careful when handling these because you don't want to get any scratches on the cases. Of course, if somebody buys it and it has scratches, then it's disappointing. Although sometimes, unfortunately, it happens. And I will still ship the unit. I have to be honest there. Altogether 125 pieces, and soon the electronics will come. They are still on the way. I hope they arrive safely. Almost got them all. So now we need the next batch. Which I got here. Here I did that wrong, but I got that here. These don't have any of these in there. I need to spread these out on the table. Need to all put them down like this. And what I'll be doing then, I'll be putting one of these connectors in each case. I just put them in there like this. And let it be. Yeah, but first I need a few more. The more space somebody has, the easier it is to manufacture, because you can just do the same task over and over, which is the fastest way to do it. Switching between tasks is not good, not efficient, because you have to think so much and it hurts your brain and takes time. It's the best to do one task 125 times and then do the next task. If you have enough space you can do it, but I don't have enough space, so I have to do batches. Gonna move you guys over here. I stepped on something. Ah! Okay, I just stepped on this cable and it went through my sock into my foot. So by the way, there's a strong light here. This is an LED grow light which I'm testing. I found these new circuits on Alibaba, on AliExpress, which may replace LED drivers. I got them here. This is like a power module. This could be used as an LED driver, and it's much cheaper than regular LED drivers. So I'm testing them, see how they perform. And so I have this LED grow light running there, pretty bright. See if it breaks or if it works. Hey James the caveman, how you doing? You just made the first comment on this live stream. It's good. Or maybe I didn't see somebody. Okay, I think that should be it for now, these ones here. Now I have to do the next step and place these cables. Place these cables into the cases. I just put them in there without screwing them on, because one step at a time. Thanks for hanging out. It's not as lonely then if there are people here. So yeah. So I try to do every step, just go one step at a time, which is also how Chinese factory lines work. The workers there, they do only one step. One worker does only one step. So they have one worker who tightens the screws, one worker who, I don't know, does something else. But that's the most efficient way of doing it. And if one person only does one thing, then it's also less likely to make mistakes, because they get very good at that one thing and your brain doesn't have to switch. Anytime you have to think a lot about the task, that's when mistakes happen, because we, as human beings, we're not good at long time using our brain for too long times. At some point we just we make mistakes. So it's important to only do very simple tasks at the time, one task after the next. And then at some point, hopefully you can get somebody else to do the task, and you have mastered it, and you can move on to other tasks. More cables. More cables. This one doesn't fit in there. Alright, guess I have to correct this. By the way, I'm in Western Australia. Pretty warm today, but it was raining in the morning, which is odd. And it is now just after lunchtime. And it's a Friday. I guess some of you are still on a Thursday. Western Australia is 1 hour, 1 day, oftentimes. In the future. Okay, so I have put one everywhere. Now I have to put screws into each one. These are the screws, and now I just need the long M3 one, And I need to put one into every item. One there, and one there. This is the task I'm doing right now. Sometimes they don't go in there, which is annoying. You have to break off your finger, and if you have to do it too often, then your fingers start hurting. Or you have to use this thing. Either way, perhaps, yeah. Next time I'm gonna ask the manufacturer and the factory to make a M3 threading in there. So that would save a bit of time manufacturing. Thanks for joining the live stream, everybody. And welcome to my workshop. You guys try TikTok? Boy oh boy, that is one addictive app. TikTok. I don't know if I think it's cool or bad, but I've spent tons and times on there, tons of time. Sometimes in the evening. And I'm a bit worried that it may screw up my brain. But I also started posting videos there. So you can also find me on TikTok if you like. And I don't know if I stay there and if I keep doing it. I try to be consistent. So try to upload to TikTok like once a day. Yeah, to just do more social media publishing. I need something to put these screws in. I don't want them in this. I want them in this bag. I need to find some container. I don't have one. There was one here before. Not here anymore. I'm gonna put them in this case. That way I can grab them. Easier and put them somewhere here. So that I can always easily reach them. The thing with this manual labor is like, I don't know what it is. It's different than being on a computer, even though both work, of course. enjoy about this that I'm creating something, and it wasn't there before. Anyway, it sounds weird. So I'm currently putting screws in. These are M3 screws to install loudspeaker terminals into the 10T controller. I'm currently manufacturing 125 10T controller. If you're new to the stream, this is what I'm making. It's a Grow 10 controller, intelligent Grow 10 controller, and I'm making 125 of them. Yep. And I'm making them in batches, so there's always one step of work that is being done. It's being done 125 times, and then the next step comes up. Right now I'm preparing these cases because they need a connector. I've just inserted these speaker terminals where people can connect their LED drivers. And yeah, so I'm putting the screws in, and the next step I will be putting the nut on the other side of these screws and tighten them. And it's a type of work, it's a bit repetitive. But I don't know. I've tried to get people to do it in China, and they happily do it, but it was very difficult to get it set up and to make it all work. And it also, it's kind of expensive because it takes time for the other factory to learn it, how to do it. And then sometimes things go wrong and it can be an expensive mistake. So in my stage, where I'm relatively small quantities, it's kind of easier to do it yourself. And I can say now the 10T controller is manufactured in Australia, which is unusual because Australia is not a manufacturing country. We do mining and computer programming. Here in Australia they have this thing, there's a badge, you can apply for a badge that says made in Australia. Maybe I'm gonna do that. And I put a badge on there, made in Australia. So almost done inserting the screws. Oops. So, okay. So, done. Now, I need to pick each one up, and I hold them like this. Pick each one up, I hold them like this, put my fingers on these screws, and now I need to put a nut on the other side. You know what, I think I should get one of those ring lights that all these social media influencers have, because we need more light, otherwise you can't really see what I'm doing. I don't know, can you see that? So there's a nut, and I'm gonna put it on there like that. so that I'm showing you my hand here like this. There's just not much space in there. Cool. That was like that. It's not tightened yet. I will tighten it later. But now I can put them like this. Where are my nuts? Oh, here they are. Cool. Thanks for joining the live stream, everybody. Welcome to my workshop. And I'm manufacturing Tenty controllers at the moment. A bit repetitive, but that's what it is. This is the case of the Tenty controller. Yesterday I installed these buttons. Today I'm installing this connector for the LED dimmer. And I'm doing 125 units. Yo, yo. And eventually, when these are all finished, when they are all finished, they're supposed to look like this. There's no sensor connected. Hey, good day, Dampchuk. Hey, Stockels. Are the vouchers? Yeah. So there are vouchers for the internal fan, which I'm testing. And yeah, when will I accept them? So it will be probably January. January. I have to. Yeah, I just have to get these internal fans ready. I know how to build them. I don't know if I have one here right now. Not really, unfortunately. But I just want to make sure they work well, and I also need to buy them all. And but they will be ready in January. Then I can send them to you and use the voucher. Thank you very much, Stockets. Make sure they're good, and yeah, they will also. The internal fan will kind of be regulated together with the main fan, so it also slows down at night, for example, to make the whole thing quieter. And yeah, they run together. It's also an intelligent fan. It's not just a fan that just runs full speed all the time. And also the internal fan, it will be the same type of fan. This one here, it's called QFR 1212. I don't think you can see it. The light is different. And it's a super powerful fan, way too powerful. But because it's so powerful, we can have it run with very little power. And even though we run it at very little power, it produces a lot of wind. And because it's so dimensioned in such a way, it will be very quiet. That's the advantage of using an oversized, overpowered fan. These are usually used for Bitcoin miners who run very, very hot and who also run 24 hours a day at full speed. So they are like really good fans. They have ball bearings for super long life. And yeah, made for good efficiency for computer systems. Anyway, thanks very much for the patience with the vouchers. Whew, it's exhausting right now here. I need to drink some water. Can't get the nut in. I can quickly show you. Okay. I have been testing. Sorry, it's dark right now. I don't know what I'm doing here. I need some light. Just today I received, next year, January next year. Okay, I've been testing different fans for the internal fan. I've been testing, for example, this one here. And it's very quiet, but it's also very weak. So couldn't use this one because it's just too weak. And we have to let it run at 100%, and then it gets really loud. So I didn't want to use this for the internal one. And for the internal fan, we are using this one. It will not be in this case, but it's this fan. It's very, very strong fan, and that means we can use it at very low speeds, and it's very quiet then. It's basically one of these fans, and will have like grills on top and at the bottom so that it doesn't cut our fingers off. I don't have one here now to show you, sorry for that. But I'm working on this as fast as possible, and I'm putting stuff on Amazon, so they will be able to ship it very quickly. Oh, by the way, hey, point 44 or punct 44, I just saw your comment here. Hello and welcome to the live stream. These are, okay, so these are 125. 100 have been purchased by Grower's House. Those are the ones. Yes, that's correct. 25 are for existing people who are waiting for their tomato tents. And I may use some of the 100 that Grower's House purchased for tomato tents, because tomato tent had a lot of orders, and so we may use some of these for tomato tents. But yeah, those are those ones for Grower's House. And right now, still some people are waiting for the tomato tents, and they have the same controllers, of course. And whoops. Yeah, so I'm installing these cases. And oh, I just missed your comment there. Let's see if I can see it. Hey Connie, nice, would love to have one. Thank you. Yeah. I'm doing one step every day. Today, putting in all these speaker terminals. And eventually they will be done. Still waiting on some components. The very expensive internal PCBs. These ones, here's one. I have 125, they're in a parcel, in a DHL parcel on the way to me. They're probably going to get stopped at the border, and then the customs people ask me to pay import taxes, which is annoying because it's expensive. It's at least 10% GST into Australia, and then another 8% duty or something. And it's expensive, and it makes manufacturing harder for us here, because when we order supplies into Australia, we have to pay taxes. And if you manufacture in China, everything is already there. Don't need to pay taxes. But yeah, well, I shouldn't complain. It is what it is. But I can say These were made in Australia from imported components, which is funny. On every production run, I kind of learn something to make it easier the next time. And next time I'm gonna change it. At the moment I have to use these nuts to connect these adapters, and it's very time consuming to put these nuts on there. And next time I'm gonna let them cut a 3mm threading into the case, and I don't need the nuts anymore, which is an improvement, which will reduce the time to make these, which will eventually bring down pricing, because you want to be as efficient as possible to reduce the price as much as possible, reduce the effort to make them as much as possible, because you want to have this efficiency built into manufacturing. It's kind of like in nature. Everything that doesn't really serve a purpose needs to go away. That's what evolution does in nature. Anything that doesn't really serve a purpose goes away. And the same has to happen in manufacturing if you want to be, if you want your company to succeed and prosper. Hello? What was that? The chat messages kind of disappear. You saw my TikTok? Yeah, do you really think the hashtag FYP? I'm gonna try it, but so there was just, if you're using TikTok, you see lots of people use the hashtag FYP. If that really puts things on the For You page, I mean, it would be great, and I'm gonna try it, but when you post a video, TikTok shows you how many people are using that hashtag. And when I did that today, there was 10 billion people have been using that hashtag. And yeah, if they all go on the For You page, I don't know if that really works, but I'm gonna try it. It's a good idea, I didn't think about it. Oh, you get a lot of views from that? All right. What's your TikTok? I'm gonna have a look. That's interesting. I'm definitely gonna do that too. At the hashtag FYP, which stands for You page. All right, fruitful fun. Okay, I'm gonna try and look for that. The screen went back, or just me? I can't hear him. I can't see him. I don't know. I can read your comments. Then I'll be back. Alright, yeah, Grizzly, please be back. Come on, man. This one is broken. Maybe try another nut. Yep, that's better. Alright. I got 4 more here. And then we're going to the next step in this process, which is where I have to tighten all these nuts and bolts. I'm doing this one step at a time, step by step, to one process for all of them, like one step, ideally 100 times, but I don't have enough. Oh, that was a mistake. This just fell out of here. You know what? I think I need to get a better light, so there's more light coming from there. I'm back. I've been you for about a year and that's not change. Wow, man, that's a big compliment. Thank you very much. Thank you for following me and saying those nice things. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh man, thank you, you guys. Stop it. It's okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna bring in some more light here. After your nice comment, thank you. Discord. No, I've never used it. I've seen people use it, but I've never done it. So I'm gonna change my setup here to get some more light in. You can see there, this is a Mars grow light, which I've been kind of using as a video light. And I'm gonna now move it over there, because then it will have more light here on the workspace. So we can, maybe the light will be better then. Just a quick thing in between. Hope I don't fall down here. So maybe that's better. Now it's here. Now the light is more like this. Now I'm gonna move it some more. Sorry for the interruption to the manufacturing process. So, oh, my battery is going empty. I need power. So you can see this is a Mars grow light, which is my video light. So now I can show you stuff better. This is what I'm doing. Okay, so now we're at the next step, where I use the trusty old Chinese production line screwdriver to tighten all these screws. And I'm holding the nut with my hand, and I just do like a little bit of this, and these are tight. So this one's done. I'm now going to do this to these cases, to this badge I have here right now. Alright, Grizzly. I hope it's not boring. Thank you for hanging around. So I don't have to do this alone. It's very cool of you. Thank you. So it can get a bit boring, but not always. And the stream will go until I finish these cases here. What's this? Cool, awesome. Thank you. That's cool. MIDI Grow Australia. Yeah, solar powered. Good idea. So you have to grow outside in a grow tent then, I guess. If you're in Australia, MIDI Grow Australia, then you probably have solar cells somewhere. And yeah, tomato tent doesn't use much electricity, so it should be possible to power them from solar cells. If you have a set of solar cells on the roof, it's no problem. But I don't think I can actually attach solar cells to the tomato tent. That would be a bit weird. When making these, I always gotta be careful to not scratch them. I had the idea back in 2010 for going discreetly in modified wheelie bin. Oh yeah, that's a cool idea. So you don't need to have a cable to the bin, and it wouldn't raise any suspicion. Good idea. Have you tried? Have you built something like that? Australia is such a nice place for outdoor growing, hey? So much sun. Just the laws are not right. Hopefully they change the laws in Australia soon. Yeah. Hang on. Now I want to grow the van. Yeah, that would be cool. Camper van. You want to drive around that, or do you want to have it standing somewhere as a discrete grow operation? I mean, you could probably travel through Australia and grow plants in the back of the truck. Cool idea. Yeah, I hope you don't get in a traffic stop. Never know, hey? Mobile grow room, yeah. That would be good. So, got another 10 or so left here. Oopsie, that one fell over. California treating me well. I don't know, I'm not actually in California. I wish I would be sometimes to just see what it's like, but the only time I was in in California was on the airport, LA airport. Currently I'm in Western Australia, which is even hotter than California. I think, I'm not sure actually, I don't know. But yeah, I'm in Western Australia and it's Friday afternoon here right now. People are preparing for the weekend. Most people are having now Friday Arvo drinks. Means they go the company people they knock off. I don't know, they call it knock off when they finish work, and then they go to the pub all together and have a beer or something. Yeah, but I don't, since I'm not employed in I don't really do that. But yeah, it's a Friday afternoon and people getting ready for the weekend. And it's quite sunny, quite warm today. And I was in America. When I was in America, I was in Arizona. When I once visited the guys at growershouse.com, I went to Arizona, and boy oh boy, that was hot. Tucson, Arizona. Very cool, where they have all these cactus. just cactus and rock and scorpions. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm about to finish this batch here, and then I will be repeating all of that what I just did, and yeah, just gonna end the live stream for now. I want to thank you for. You should look into making a Discord server for the community. I can help you, and I can. Yeah, Discord. I'm gonna look into that. I don't know really what it is. Discord. It's yeah. Sounds interesting. I've seen other YouTubers use that. I'm gonna check it out. Okay. All right. Thanks so much for being on this channel with me. It's a bit more fun to do that together with you guys, so I'm not completely alone here. Peace, Community Growth Australia. Peace. All right. Thanks very much for being on here, and I hope to see you soon. I remember a video I saw at one point. I thought you wasn't. Yeah, I said I was moving to the United States, but didn't really came. Not yet. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Have a great day, everybody, and thanks again. See you soon. How do I stop this? Oh, here. See you.